What's up, BoobTube? Josh here for another episode of Evolution. Today I am working on the the FB. Transmission still hasn't come back from the rebuild shop. Decided to go ahead and throw my spare in, and after getting that in, I have a rear end vibration, and the only thing that's changed between this transmission and the one that's getting rebuilt is the motor mount. So I'm going to replace the transmission motor mount today. Should be pretty easy, pretty straightforward. I also cleaned my shop up, so it's not an absolute disaster. As you can see, all the tile, all that's gone. I even got my corner set up, got my engine block table that I'm fixing to have to move here in a second so I can put my FC motor on the engine stand and tear it down. But yeah, other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So to do this, obviously you're gonna need a jack so that you can keep the transmission jacked up. And I've got, I believe it's just a 14 mil and 10 mil to remove the heat shielding if you still have the heat shield, and then also your transmission mount. That way you don't forget it. Climb up underneath the car and forget it, and then have to climb back out from underneath the car. So, no, get it from anywhere. This one actually came from Amazon. So yeah, I'm gonna crawl up underneath the car and get everything set up, and then we'll go through how to pull that out. Alright, here we go. Alright, so underneath the car, I still run the heat shields because I don't want to melt my passengers' shoes to the floorboard. So yeah, several tins, I believe it's 3 that get this portion off, and then there's like 8 or so more so that you can actually get to the mount. So hopefully I can get this out of the way enough to where I don't have to pull the exhaust, but we shall see. Alright, so I'm going to undo these 2 right here and then come back. Alright, so I went a little crazy on getting them out. Got most of them out already. But I need to get wire cutter for my narrowband wire so that I can unzip tie it from that. And then it looks like I'm gonna need a 12. I was thinking everything that held the transmission in was a 14, but I believe that bolt right there is a 12. Everything else should be 14s. So I'm gonna crawl out from underneath the car and get that. And then hopefully the next time I come back, the heat shield's out of the way. Alrighty, let's get to it. Alright, heat shield's out of the way. So got 2 14s that hold the actual bracket in, and then 2 more 14s. I believe those are 14s. Check. Hope I'm not making a liar out of me. Yeah, they're 14s. 14s there, and then 2 12s to pull the mount off. So I've got the jack supporting the transmission currently, and yeah, I'm gonna undo the 2 mounts for this, and then pull the mount off of the transmission itself, and then pull the actual rubber mount, which I hope this is my vibration problem. Actually, I think it is, because the rubber is like destroyed in it. Now that I'm feeling it, it's looks like it's actually sagged up in there, which is causing, I'm hoping is causing the transmission output shaft to be at a different angle, because this is almost a brand new drive shaft, so I doubt the drive shaft's the reason why it's vibrating. But I'm like, there's no loose U-joint or anything like that, so I'm hoping this is sagging, so it's making the angle of my tail shaft a little bit different than the angle of my of the rear end housing, And when you do that, you cause the rotation of the drive shaft to be an oval. So it creates an oval instead of a circle, and that causes driveline vibration. I'm hoping that's the issue. Not sure if that is. But anyways, gonna break these two bad boys loose. They should be pretty loose because I've had this off and on a couple times from putting this spare trans in. So, all right, I'm gonna do that, and then when we come back, hopefully I'll be taking this new, taking the old mount off. Here we go. All right, so got the mount off. Not gonna spend too long talking about it because it's been supported by a jack, and that's it. And I don't want that to fall. But anyways, only took a few uggas to get that off, and it was home free. So now I'm gonna pull them off. I think they're 12s. I'm fixing to check right now and see if they're 12s. They are 12s. All right. So I'm gonna buzz them off and put the new one on. And when I come back, hopefully this is all back together. All right, here we go. All right, so this transmission mount was done. It's flat. It's not supposed to be compressed like that. If you look at this one, there's a gap in there. If it'll focus on that. See if I can't get some light over there so you can see it. Oh my God, I'm blinding myself. So yeah, so there's supposed to be a gap in there. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but anyways, got that back in. And also this one is completely separated on one side. So I'm hoping that was my vibration. You can see where it's split all the way down the side right there. It could actually be split on both sides and just be, yeah, it looks like it is. And it's just holding on because the rubber's fat enough to fit in there and not get pushed out. So yeah, pretty sure this is a factory one because it's got the label on it for which side goes where. But yeah, gonna throw my heat shields back in, and then this job is done. Yeah, which the heat shield's gonna be the hardest part because you can't reach half the bolts because the exhaust's in the way. But that's neither here nor there. And then I think I'm gonna throw some fluid into the rear end just to make sure it's full because it's leaking. It's been leaking pretty bad, it looks like. Anyways, yeah, so if you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, do all that YouTube bullshit. And remember guys, happy brapping.